BBC Radio Oxford.
Oh, that's just given me all goosebumps. I love Jerome's commentary. So excitable.
Michelle Jordan.
The sound of Oxfordshire. The music you love. BBC Radio Oxford.
Now it's time to talk weddings. Now it's difficult enough organising a trip to the restaurant or just going out to the shop in COVID times. Never mind planning an actual wedding with the restrictions on the number of guests being limited now to 15. I mean, it makes it even harder. I can't even imagine the stress for a couple at the moment and their families. So where do I even start? Well, we're going to talk to a lady who can help us out, I think. Hello, Constance.
Hi, Michelle.
Hello. Now, you're Mrs. T, aren't you? Mrs. T Weddings.
I am Mrs. T, and we are Mrs. T Weddings, exactly.
Right. Now, I've got so many questions, Mrs. T, because I've been thinking about this since I knew you were coming on the show yesterday, and because my best friend's daughter has had to postpone her wedding 3 times now.
Oh, no.
And it's caused just so many sort of heartaches and problems and this and that and the other. So, I mean, what are couples supposed to do?
I think it really depends where you're at your wedding planning process. If you're right at the beginning, then you need to make a decision. Do you want to go for it now and just keep it small and intimate? Or do you want to hold out and wait, however long we're going to have to wait, which none of us know. But I'd say at the moment, most people are going for a 2022 date.
Are they? 2022?
Yeah, that's the new trend, I'd say. Pretty much all suppliers are booked up for 2021 because it's a bumper year at the moment. So, you've got all of 2020 weddings, which was going to be a huge year anyway, bumped into 2021, plus all the people that were going to get married in 2021 anyway. So it's just enormous volume of weddings that are booked for next year. Then there's also the anxiety that, things aren't moving at the pace that people hoped at the beginning, and we're still kind of under strict restrictions, although it is brilliant that we can have weddings now, unlike the beginning. So I think, 2022 is popular, but if not, then the back end of 21. If you're mid-planning and you've already got lots of things in place, then I think it's a different conversation, and it's potentially around reframing how you think about your wedding. And rather than thinking this is going to be a huge party, thinking about it more, right, this is a marriage and we're going to have the best dinner party of our lives afterwards.
But I just don't know if you're a couple, how you sit there and go, right, okay, here's my 15 people. I mean, some people have got big families and they're close, and who do you say? You just say, "Oh, Gran, you can't come,"
Exactly.
and this. I mean, how do you even go about that? Do you help people with that process?
Yeah, very much so. With my couples, we'll sit down and we'll kind of go through what the options are, and there's so much technology out there that now means that we can live stream, which is a huge blessing.
Oh, okay.
And especially for some of the elderly relatives or those that are abroad, that immediately becomes the obvious answer, where potentially they would be higher risk or unable to get here because of travel restrictions.
Yeah.
So immediately go to live stream, and you can really make that, nicer than just an average Zoom call or whatever it could be. It could be that you get your caterers to deliver a little parcel of food, to heat up at home, and they can share the wedding breakfast with you, but from home through the computer screen. Or you can, get a cocktail delivery service to take around some drinks to people and things. So there's other ways that people can feel included without actually being there on the day. But getting down to that 15 is tough. And for some people, it's family only. For other people, it's a little bit of family and a lot of friends. Well, not a lot, but, a few friends. It really varies. I mean, the good thing at the moment is that it doesn't include your suppliers for 15.
It doesn't. I was going to ask you that.
Yeah, so you're okay to still have your venue staff, have your caterers, have your photographer, anything like that. They're on top of your 15. Right. As long as they're all using the right PPE and everything, then that's absolutely perfect, and it doesn't restrict your numbers in any way.
Well, Mrs. T, I put this on my social media because I wanted to see what was happening with people. So I've asked 81333, start your message with the word Oxford, if you are planning and have had to postpone or you went ahead anyway. But I've had some great answers. Veronica Kate says, my mum's wedding was 2 weeks ago. It was amazing despite the small amount of guests. Zoe Wade says, my best friend had a lockdown wedding yesterday. She said, it wasn't what they planned, but it was nonetheless perfect. And Sharon says, my daughter postponed her wedding from September to February next year, but now it's likely to be postponed again. They've paid out so much money and they planned for so long that they want everyone to be there to make it their perfect family. Our immediate family is many more than 15, so who would we choose and who would we invite? And she says, now we can't wait to get back to normal as soon as possible so we can have this wedding. So it's really interesting, isn't it, how some people have postponed, but you've got a little lifeline, haven't you?
I do. I have got a little lifeline. And I think, what the first couple of brides said about, and friends of brides said about these intimate weddings being really special, they really are. If you go to one, it blows your mind how special it is. And I had one at one of the colleges in Oxford in the summer, and it was just incredible. It was such a lovely day, which then triggered me. Once Boris announced the 15, I decided to launch Mrs. T's Wedding Sweet 15 deal. So,
right, what's the Sweet 15 deal?
Sweet 15 is 15-person weddings for 15K. I'll plan the whole of your wedding, giving you everything from venue to catering to flowers to dresses and suits, biz and food, stationery, absolutely everything included in £15,000.
Now, what's the average cost of a, whistles and bells wedding?
Yeah, so a kind of big wedding is 32,000. That was the average in 2019.
Wow.
According to Hitched. So it will really vary about what people do and don't want. And 15,000 isn't to have a really basic wedding. That is still to have gorgeous flowers, to have a gorgeous dress, to have an amazing venue. You can do a wedding for a lot cheaper. We know that. You can go to the registry office, you can go to your local restaurant and have a nice meal. You don't need to go big if you don't want to. But this is if you want to still have a lovely kind of, I call it relaxed luxury wedding.
That's nice. I like that.
Yeah, so you're still having the flowers. You're still feeling like it's a very special day. It's going to be, you've still got a photographer. You can still have a videographer if you want. At the moment, it would be a first dance only, but you could have a live, musician playing for you. So it's really still embracing that weddings can happen. There's so many suppliers out there that want to keep working, of course.
Yeah,
and they want to be involved doing weddings more than anything. And so they've all, I've got over 100 suppliers that are all local that want to get involved. And they are offering some incredible discounts to make weddings happen.
So where can we find out about this, Mrs. T?
So if you go on to my website, mrstweddings.com, or my social is at Mrs_T_weddings. And you will find me there. Get in touch, drop me a message, and we can get the ball rolling.
Well, look, there's another option. If people are pulling their hair out or they're thinking, I don't know what to do, there is maybe another option there. Thank you so much, Constance. It's been lovely chatting.
Thank you.
Thank you.